What's tainted? What's tainted in the valley? Fantasy football, that's on the way. Tainting your Sundays, every single play. This raw don't dilly-dally. It's what's tainted in the valley.
What's up? Welcome back. Week 3 in the books. What's Taintin' in the Valley? It's your boy Chuck. Here to recap it all and kind of just go over the week, bring in our guests, do our normal thing. I got nothing really crazy scheduled. We're going to be doing something a little different when the guest comes on. We got some cool different activities that we're going to try, including maybe some chopping up about outside of this league football stuff. But yeah, I mean, we had a great week. It was a fun week. Personally, for me, it's kind of rough. I lost in 2 of my leagues, including this one. New Chris, I called him out for being a fraud. Called his team fraudulent. I've been talking a lot of shit about New Chris's team. He came to play, but I think that there might still be some fraud in there. But we'll dive into it. We'll take a look at it. First game recap. It is Notorious Taint versus Adam Taintler. Me versus Chris. I called out Chris hard because he was a 2-0 team and has just barely squeaked by. Pulling really, it's the Alex strategy where you are just the 7th or 8th in points for, and really you have the lowest points against, and you somehow always find a way to squeak into like 5th or 6th place for a playoff spot, and that's what happens. I was calling Chris out for that. I thought he was pulling at Alex. Definitely a fraudulent team, in my opinion, but he was able to pull it out this week. We're going to talk about it. I know Jimmy's hot, staring at his phone, ready to text to say, when are you going to talk about it? When are you going to talk about it? When are you going to talk about it? I got it wrong. I got Jake Browning wrong. It happens. I thought he was a dog. I've always been a Jake Browning guy ever since, because Burrow's been injury prone and Browning has always been just an elite backup. And I thought he would do well against Minnesota. I knew Minnesota's a pretty solid team, especially their defense. But I thought with the weapons the Bengals have and Jake Browning, that they were going to overcome it. And I was hoping for, I didn't think he was going to put up like a 25, 28 point game. I was hoping for like 17 to 21. That was my expectation with Jake Browning, only because he's done it before. It's not like he's let's just take not a rookie, second year guy, first year starter, coming from Michigan, which is like a school that has been known to not produce good quarterbacks in the early rounds of drafts. He's got a pedigree. It's not like I'm just getting hyped off of one single game or quarter that a player might have done decently well. There's tape on Browning, and I thought that he was going to be good. And I believe that he could still be good, to a point where if Jaden Daniels doesn't come back this week, I'm going to fucking start Browning again, and he's going to carry me. So that's that. Baker Mayfield against the Jets did his thing. Didn't really have to, do a ton. Had a couple big carries. You watch that. We went into this week at the end. This was a really, really good fantasy week or fantasy matchup, because this went into Monday night really with the projection being like 52-48. Like it was pretty dead even. I believe Chris was down by like 25 points. He needed, David Montgomery and Amon-Ra St. Brown to, do really well to win. And he got it. David Montgomery nearly put up a 30 bomb. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown did 20. Yeah, 20.7. So 7 catches, 77 yards, and a tutty. It happens. He had 2 studs. They went off. He won. I definitely would have been in a much better position had I started a better quarterback. I don't know if it would have won me the game, but, we'll see down the line. Brock Bowers, new addition to the squad, didn't really do great. Tough Washington team. I'm confident that he'll bounce back. I'm not really that worried about it. Let's go to the next game. Back versus Kyle. This is the Kyle we all have known exists. We've just been waiting for. 32 bomb for Jonathan Taylor is massive. 21 from his tight end, Jake Ferguson. 20 points from the tight end. You're not always going to see that, but it's nice to have. And a 20-piece McNuggets for the kicker, which 5 field goals Holy, I guess I was watching that game. I just didn't realize how many field goals he kicked. Damn, nice game. Zach is in danger zone. This is no bueno zone. Zach's got to really turn it around. We'll talk about it a bit later. But he has to start doing something a little different. This team's not it. I mean, he got what he wanted from Daniel Jones. Like, he's the best quarterback in the NFL right now, which is bananas to say. James Conner, rest in peace, sucks. Alvin Kamara is just this team needs work, man. I think honestly, Zach's got to start looking to get rid of Jamar and just go into full rebuild mode and hope that you can grab a couple guys that get hot at the right time because he's going to need it. This bench is not doing him any favors either. Not doing him any favors. I hope to see him turn it around because normally this league is very close where everybody's got a shot really going with 2 weeks left in the season. I don't want to see this become 0-4 because then, the last thing I want is Zach to mentally chalk out or check out and then his season's chalk. So, Ozzy Taintin versus Papa Squat. By no means did Joe Howard have a good week. He's normally a lot stronger than this. He just happened to be going up. Maybe somebody who's worse than Zach in the league. Yes, the records are the records, but Squat has gone back-to-back 70-point weeks, which is not ideal in this league. He's made a couple big changes, including a trade recently with me and then another one with Zach to get some pieces in. Drake London gave him his 10. That's the Drake London that this year, I guess. I thought he was going to be really good. Traded him to Jimmy. He just put up 10. And then, T-Mac, they won 30-0. He didn't really have to do much. He had a really nice catch, though. Again, Joe didn't really get a lot from anybody. Josh Allen hard carried the team. Without Josh Allen doing his thing, this score's a lot closer. And then you're really talking about a mid-off. Mondo versus Sean. Mondo is a Breece Hall guy. He has him in his mass league. He's got him in this league. You live by the Breece, you die by the Breece. James Cook is always going to put up numbers. I really like what we've been seeing from Rome Odunze this year. He's become kind of what I expected him or wanted him to be last year. Because I'm pretty positive I had him last year too. For a bit, I believe I dropped him at some point. But he's a really, really talented receiver. So it's cool to see him doing his thing. This hurts. This is a big one. CeeDee Lamb going down. What did he say? No practice on Wednesday? He's doubtful. Hopefully it's just week to week. Because you would without CeeDee Lamb, I fear Mondo might be a little cooked. He's got a good team, but CeeDee Lamb is definitely the cornerstone of that team, I would say. Sean's team looks good. I think Sean's got a really good team on paper. It's the Tyreek Hill, Christian McCaffrey, what are you going to get type deal. CMC's been having a pretty decent season. He's got Jahmyr Gibbs too. So, and if Patrick Mahomes starts doing Patrick Mahomes things and he decides that he wants to start throwing the ball 10 yards down the field, there's a case to be made that Sean's team has a real shot at being a contender. Real shot. And he's got Xavier Worthy coming back too. This is a squad, man. This is I don't even want to say dark horse because this is a squad that is definitely dangerous. And last but not least, Billy versus Alex, an absolute romping. Dog walked, cancel Christmas. This is a rough one. Pretty much doubled up. Hate to see it, but also love to see it. Sometimes it just happens that way. It's cool to get some big point diffs going on the league. I don't want to say it, and I'm going to talk about it later again because Billy's team is whatever. It's just off week by a lot of good guys. It doesn't. Yeah, just an off week. Alex's team, 35 points from a defense, might be the most I've ever seen. So, without that 35 from the defense, he's kind of in the neighborhood of what his projection was going to be. So it's not like he had a particularly good week either. He just got absolutely hard carried by defense, which I don't know if you can rely on. He's 2-1. He's had decent weeks, but I don't know. I don't want to put the fraud stamp on it yet, because 150 points is 150 points. It's great to see. But 35 points from a defense is a little bit fraudulent. We know what I mean? So we'll just take the wait and see approach with this. Like I said, I'm going to talk about it more in a bit, but 35 points from defense is bananas. Waiver wire stuff, nothing really crazy. Squat went out and got his Dalton Kincaid, another tight end. The guy just loves getting tight ends. We'll see if he trades them. Jimmy also went out and grabbed the Lions defense. Great grab. I didn't bid on them. Probably should have, but I already have the Denver defense, and I don't know. I think they're good. They haven't really been doing that well, but and then in true Casey Buckets Giants fan fashion, went out and got Jackson Dart. I hope he starts him, just for the vibes, just to see. I can't even see. Is he going to start him this week? We on week 4. Taintin? No. Why would you ever start him over Jared Goff? But it would be fun to see. So, and then we had a couple trades. So to hop into the first trade, this was a trade between Jimmy and I. I traded him Drake London and T-Mac, and I received George Pickens and Brock Bowers. So on paper, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be sending those two receivers away because they have a lot of upside. They're, for the most part, their team's top receivers, and the hype around T-Mac is just out of control. So most people wouldn't because they don't have the depth. Fortunately for me, I've just assembled such an awesome roster that has so much depth. I can give up these assets in order to acquire tight end, which I don't know if I was weak in. Kyle Pitts is, he's been doing better than, he used to back in the, when we first started becoming a thing. But I saw an opportunity to upgrade it. Jimmy needed to get rid of somebody. He needed to get rid of one of his tight ends. So was able to grab Bowers and negotiated Pickens in there, which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't really need him, but it was nice to be able to get a wide receiver. So I'm really net losing only one receiver, which was cool because I like to keep as many receivers on the roster as I can, especially good ones. I think Pickens has the upside to be really good with CD going down. It makes that George Pickens pickup look even better for me. Again, we don't know how long CD's going to be out. Prayers up. Hope we get CD back at some point. I do have him in another league, so that would be awesome. But it's nice to have Pickens now, that a plug and play option that I don't have to worry about. I think with no CD, you move Pickens from, a very, very high level flex to, a low to mid wide receiver 2. I think he jumps up to the top of the wide receiver 2 list, maybe even creeping into the bottom of wide receiver 1 conversations with no CD, even though he is kind of a pass interference merchant. So a rare trade. I really think this works out for both sides. You put it in all the trade analyzers and stuff. It's dead even. It both satisfies needs that we have, and in a weird way, it makes both of our teams better. So I'm all for the trade. I think it could do more for Squat, but it also covers a couple blind spots for me. Second trade. This actually happened yesterday. Zach sold Bucky Irving, which I wish I knew Bucky Irving was on the market. I would have made a play for him, especially I would have traded Drake London away from my team for Bucky Irving in a hot second. And he got Javonte Williams, who is on an absolute tear. I put this into the trade analyzers, and let's do it live. I wanted to just see. Bucky, Drake London, Javonte Williams. Analyze the trade. Yeah. So, the trade is very much favoring Zach by a pretty wide margin. So we'll see. It does. I don't really know why Jimmy's doing this. I don't know why Squat's doing this. It doesn't. I don't know if it makes all the sense in the world to me. Go back to his team really quick. I just want to see, what did he have? We'll go week 3. He's got Omari and Hampton, I guess. So you're kind of solidifying that. You get rid of Javonte. You can plug Omari and Hampton in, who is now the starter, by the way. And then what's he going to do in his flex? I don't know. Maybe head scratcher trade. maybe too early to tell, but by all metrics, it just doesn't seem like a great trade. Like I see the upside for Zach. He needs to make a trade and needs to shake some leaves and get some warm bodies on his team that can produce. Not that we know that either. Well, Drake London we don't know can produce. Javonte Williams we do know has produced, and if that team is rolling, they're rolling. And with no CeeDee Lamb for the foreseeable future, I don't know how long that is. You got to think that they might become a run first team, and Javonte might get a little more action. So, yeah, good trade for Zach. I'm all for it. So let's go ahead and bring in our and now welcome to the pod. We have our buddy. Now here's a guy whose defense put up 35 points this week, maybe a record. I don't know. Yeah, defense wins championships, or does it? I don't know if it does in fantasy, but he did it this week. Welcome to the pod, Alex Cruz. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me. I was going to actually open with that line, defense wins championships. Just let me pull up the app here. Just an unreal showing from the boys there. 35,
I don't know if I've ever seen a defense put up 35 points.
35 is crazy. Let's take a look here. Oh no, I'm going back to last week. I was going to ask, do I lose without them? But I don't think so.
You don't. I broke it down earlier in the sode. I'm going to share my screen right now too. Pull this on.
And all right, I'm just going to get ahead of it because everybody's going to start with the points against Merchant, but bring
Who would say that?
Everybody's gonna come at me because all right. So last week, Bill has a rough week, and the week before that, whoever I was playing week 2, Joe also didn't show up. It was 70 points and 79 points respectively, week 2 and 3 points against for me. And I'm gonna silence the peanut gallery. It's gonna be Mondo because he always loves to bring that up. I'm still bringing the points. I'm still winning these games, even if my opponents are having good match. Good.
You got to
good
do what you got to do to win the game.
Yeah, and if
I
my opponent
understand
doesn't
that.
show up, it's not my problem.
I may or may not have called you points against Merchant earlier in the pod.
I knew it. I knew it was coming. I had to get ahead of that.
272 points against is kind of bananas, though. That's
crazy.
Low.
It's the lowest in the league right now. I'll take it, but points for got to be up there.
Points right? For is
better than the first place guy.
377. So you have more than Chris. Chris, again,
third place.
We're gonna get there.
Right,
we're gonna
right where I belong. Third place in points for. Look, my guys show up to play. Given the defense outlier, whatever, my guys are still showing up to play. I'm taking care of business. 2-1.
Can you see on your screen? Is my camera on or off?
Your camera's on.
I get into it early in the pod. I said that Chris's team is fraudulent.
I think I'm ringing the bells, dude. I think I'm ringing the fraud bells.
Well, I've been saying it
this week, so
I've been saying it since week 0, and he beat me last week.
Yeah, I got to put my money where my mouth is.
So I have to somebody's got to take him down. The points for 361, points against 334. It's just.
Can we bring his team up?
Yeah, I'll bring up his matchup.
Yeah, let's bring up the matchup.
This was against me.
Oh, that's for you guys.
Yeah.
Oof. All right. So who's he have going off? So Monty, I have Monty in another league.
Monty and Amon-Ra St. Brown both had good games to close it.
And Nico, that's a decent team.
Going into Monday night, we were 52-48, I think was the prediction. So it was pretty dead even. Needed, if they would have both just met their projections, I would have won. Monty decided to just snap. He had a couple ginormous runs. That's fantasy. It happens. I talked about it already. Jake Browning was a mistake. That was a mistake.
Rough. Are you panicking about Bill yet?
No. Bill's not even in my starting lineup this week. I benched Bill. Bill has moved.
All right.
Moved nice and firmly to the bench.
He's a good bench guy, and you talk to him during the bye weeks. That's all. You bring him up during the bye weeks. You give him a week.
George Pickens now is the guy in Dallas. So why would I not start George Pickens?
True. Yep.
So
that's an automatic promotion.
Yeah, and then I'm going to ride with Jake Browning at a pride if Jaden Daniels can't go. I want to prove to Jimmy that he's the guy. So that's.
I need Browning to be a guy. for my other league because I have Chase Brown in my other league, and he's just absolutely nerfing the entire team by being bad. Playing behind, you know the drill. So I'm rooting for him.
Chase
I hope he puts it together.
Chase Brown. The Bengals have the lowest. If fact check me, the lowest rushing total in the league right now. I think they only have like 171 rushing yards or over 3 weeks.
Wouldn't be surprised, but Chase Brown's been an absolute bust. And I hate to talk about the other league, but
Jimmy
I know
has he has him in this league. I think
Jimmy's
doesn't he?
struggling through it. Yeah, he has him in. I think Jimmy has him in like 2 or 3 other leagues, and I have him
Yeah,
in the Massachusetts league. But yeah, he's killing me.
yeah. 13 points week 1, 8 points, 6 points. So he's regressing.
Not great. Yeah, it's downhill
He's
without
become
Burrow.
touchdown dependent, which is not what
Yeah,
you want from a
and
volume running back.
I figured with Browning because I think if this happened, I think Burrow got hurt, Browning came in, and Chase Brown just got a million dump off passes for like 6 weeks straight last year. I could be making that up. It might have been Burrow. I don't know, but he was like a check down merchant, and he was absolutely. We were betting on him. It
Yeah,
was like a lock for like 4 to 5 catches
it
per
was
night,
free.
if not like 6 or 7. And he was just putting points up on just unbelievable points on the board week in week out. So that's why I was so high on him this year. But I only have stock in him in one league, so whatever.
Yeah, no, it was definitely free. I wanted to talk about too. I was going over the trade, the most recent trade with Jimmy and Zach. I don't know if you saw that. Got a chance to look at it.
There's been a lot of trades in all my leagues, and it's starting to make me panic. I want to trade now. Let's
Yeah,
take a look. So
Zach
Zach,
traded away Bucky Irving and received Javonte Williams and Drake London. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. It is a weird trade. I don't know how much Zach gave
hmm.
Jimmy to make that trade because I think Zach is getting the significantly better end of this.
So Jimmy, so Jimmy's trading away London and Javante. So that's weird. So that's sending mixed signals to me only because I'll give Jimmy credit or the benefit of the doubt here because he's a Drake London hater. I don't even know why he's on his team.
Because
Maybe just
he got him from me. That was the trade he did 2 days
I think
ago.
Jimmy's trying to five head, but he's not doing a good idea. He's not doing like a good job. So he doesn't like Drake London, and he acquired him, but he loves Javante and calls Javante a league winner, and then goes and packages them and trades them for Bucky. Interesting.
Who is? I mean, I'm a big Bucky Irving guy, but
I guess so. I'm not high. I'm not
it's a
super
little
high
bit
on
of a
him, but I
running
don't
back by
know.
committee down there. Rashad White
Yeah,
gets a good amount of
Shad
time.
White will steal some touches, and he'll steal red zone work.
He hawks touchdowns.
Yeah, he'll
So
hawk a touchdown or two, and it'll just make you want to pull your hair out.
I it just
Zach wins the trade on paper, like by far, right? Javante's the guy in Dallas.
put on
Given Dallas
paper.
his
You look.
cheeks,
I have the trade analysis up for it. Zach robbed him
yeah, he robbed him. Yeah, the
again.
Javante thing, I'm stuck on Javante because he's the guy in Dallas for sure, like far ahead the guy. Given Dallas is bad and like giving up a lot of points, so maybe playing from behind. No CD, so definitely probably playing from behind, maybe not running it a lot. But still, like getting for sure ops. Drake London
Well, what is?
with Michael Penis, I don't know. I don't know. He's like bad, but like on paper good, I guess, kind of. Like a big name, but not really that good in real life.
I mean,
Zach still wins the trade.
look at the points. 20, 25,
Yeah,
12.
just
You
absolutely
you
just
show
murdering
me
it.
12.2 as your down week. There's always a
Yeah,
spot for you on my
you got a
roster.
spot. You got a guaranteed lock spot.
And this game was a shit show, and he had 10 carries for 76 yards. Like his yards per
And he's
carry is
running well.
awesome. He's
He's running
running well.
well.
He's catching the ball out of the backfield. 5 targets. Look at the targets out of the backfield. 7,
That's
5. Like
dare I say he's an RB like he's a locked in RB1. Those
he
numbers are RB1
no,
numbers.
that's all. Those are RB1 numbers for sure.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
then
Zach wins that trade big time, I think.
looking at
So
squat,
good
looking
on
at
Zach.
Bucky. Bucky's had pretty good, decent numbers: 14, 18, 13,
He's definitely
14.
consistent. So nothing under 10 makes me happy to see. Like that's like like an okay return, but you had it in Javante. And you
Yeah.
gave up a pretty solid wide receiver too. I don't know. Head scratcher. Maybe Jimmy's got something else up his sleeve, but
Well,
maybe he's trying to
he has Amari
trade
and
into you.
Hampton.
Is he looking for somebody on your squad since you like Bucky so much? Is he trying to
No, we
play the
just
board here?
traded. He just
Oh,
he.
okay.
That's the other trade that
Yeah,
happened this week.
I can't figure out what he's trying to do. Maybe he really has a crush on Bucky. I don't
He
know.
traded me George Pickens and Brock Bowers for Drake London and T Mac.
Hmm.
So I don't know who he would want back from my team. There's nobody that would really
Was
help
that
him.
after CD went down that trade?
No, it was right before.
Masterclass.
It was
Yeah, that
that
trade
was
looks way better.
on
now that he's out.
Thursday, and well, CD went down on Sunday. Yeah. So that is that. Next thing I
Interesting.
wanted to get into was normally on the pod I've been asking where you kind of see like a top 4 playoff stuff like that. I want to
Yeah,
do
a little
something
week 3 refresh.
a little different. I want a week 3 tier list. So I want to go through and we can talk through a tier list.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Well, we have the names are all fucked up because for some reason I had to make like JPEGs of them and it's cropping the names, so but we can still understand who's who. Let's start with yourself. If you were to put yourself on a tier, where would it be?
Why? So S is the best.
S is the best.
What
I don't
is
know.
why
Wait.
C before A? Should we put A second, right? Okay, and then
Yeah, I
B,
fucked
C,
that
D.
up.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, we're good. I'm not gonna say my team. Let me look at my team. I can't. How do you not put yourself in S tier? But also, you got to be a little realistic here. All right, I'm gonna give my team a quick rundown. I'm performing. I'm 2-1, regardless of the points against Merchant shit, without Ashton Genty doing anything. That should scare people, in my opinion.
I think Ashton Genty is a
He
guy.
could. I think he's a guy too, and I just think it's a matter of time.
What are his stats? It's something
They're
crazy.
bad.
He has more yards after contact gained than total yards.
The total yards ran,
which is crazy.
Yeah, crazy. But his numbers, fantasy numbers, are bad. It's 12, 7.5, 6.3. So it's actually going down. It's actually getting worse. But Chargers defense is good. Washington's defense, run defense is good. Got Chicago and Indy. I mean, it doesn't get much easier.
It's a rookie running back. You just sometimes you gotta. You want to talk about making a trade. That's also a guy that you can trade, though you are selling him low, probably. But
I'm selling low right now, exactly. I think I waited out. I think he delivers. It might, rookie running back, it might be the end of the year when he turns it on and figures it out. Anyway, the game has to slow down for him. Obviously, right now he's not there yet. Lamar, overpay or right on target because he is QB1 on the year. Lighting it up 33.3, 34.3, 33, respectively, first 3 weeks. Call it an overpay. I call it justified. I think that was. I love seeing that every week from my quarterback. Don't have to worry about shit.
You go get the guy you want. And if he's
you get the guy you want. Josh
25
Jacobs,
plus points.
Josh Jacobs, stud. Don't have to really say much more than that. He's fine. Doing his thing. Only going to get better. Keenan Allen, huge surprise. Starting lineup, most valuable employee right now. AJ Brown turned it on. Eagles remembered that they could pass the ball to win games. Tucker Kraft will bounce back. He was hurt. J.K. Dobbins may be starting for me this week. Going to ride that hot hand potentially.
I think J.K. Dobbins is carving himself out a much bigger role in that Ravens team
than we thought.
Yeah.
On Denver, on the Broncos.
Yeah.
Anyway, and obviously riding with the Vikings. 35 points. So we'll see. But yeah, bench, I feel really good about the guys that I have Godwin coming back and getting healthy. Just a really reliable guy. I don't care how old he is. Drake May's putting up points. Travis Hunter, fuck him. He kind of sucks, but he's just there. DJ Moore on the bench right now. Jerry Jeudy on the bench right now. Jerry was a little bit of a disappointment for me. I whiffed on that one a little bit. Juwan Johnson putting up numbers like reliably tight end.
Well, you got two really good tight ends.
Two good tight ends, and I have Joe Mixon sitting on IR. So I think I'm up there in the top 5 of the league. I think I'm under the radar a little, which I love. I'm gonna go A tier.
A tier.
So I think I deserve A tier. I'm not gonna be annoying about it and say S tier, which there might be arguments for it if some of my guys start performing where they should. But for now, let's go A tier. A for Alex.
Maybe too early to tell.
It's too early to tell, but I like A. I'm going to be realistic. I like the team right now. They're putting up numbers.
You sold me. That was a really good whole speech.
150 spot? I mean, yeah, the defense outlier.
If I'm putting you somewhere, it's maybe top C, low B because of points against Merchant. But you sold me on A. It makes sense. Let's go to Billy. What do you think about Billy's squad?
Can you still see me? I think I might have screwed this up. Yeah. All right, we're looking at Bildo.
Jalen Hurts, Bijan Robinson, Achane, Jameson Williams.
On paper, this team looks relatively S tier to me.
Yeah, it's a really good team.
But they're not performing. Billy is now 0-3.
Billy is 0-3.
Absolutely just did not show up last week. 75 points or something.
Yeah,
that's inexcusable. It's a 10-team. It's auction. You can't. I mean, you can't score under 90. Dare I say 95?
Yeah, I
Realistically, we
mean,
shouldn't see people scoring under 100.
I,
I'm
I
gonna go until proven otherwise. He's C tier. It's crazy because on
see,
paper he's
C
so
tier. You
good.
said,
I'm going C tier. Sorry, Bill. I'm going C.
wow.
You prove me wrong. I mean, win
I
some
mean, I
games.
don't think you're wrong.
Figure it
It's a
out. You know what
bold.
I mean?
It's. I wouldn't even say it's a bold prediction.
I'm going on stats.
You can't be 0-3 and expect to be above
You
C
can't.
tier.
I can't put you in B. I can't even put him on B just based on hype because he's not winning games. If he's
Yeah.
1-2, he's B, maybe A. He's 0-3, dude. I'm sorry, and he's not putting up any
Yeah.
points. His
I mean, I
points
think
for
there's
are
a case to
awful.
be made that there are some 1-2 teams that are in decent spots right now. Just
I would
happen to win
100%
above you.
agree. 100% agree.
Let's go with New Chris.
I'm ringing the bells. I'm ringing the bells on New Chris. I think it's fraud alert season, and I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is this week. I think I'm gonna beat him. New Chris. I will give New Chris credit where it's due. Owns me in this league. I'm pretty sure if we were to pull up stats of our head to head, I don't know if I've ever beat him. So this is a personal
Yeah.
vendetta this week for me. Maybe I've beaten him once, and we played a lot. Obviously, probably twice a year. He has my number for sure. That being
Oh, but no
said,
better time to kick him when he's down.
I'm gonna
But he's
try.
also up. He's not
But he's
down.
3-0.
He's got a fraudulent team.
He's 3-0. I'm gonna put him A. I don't think his team is S tier. It's A because he's 3-0 and he's getting the job done. But I will revisit that in like 3 or 4 weeks and just be like, yeah, he belonged in D where I thought he should be. But I'm giving him A because of his record.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Let's go with Mondo.
Take a look at Mondo's team here.
Another good on paper team.
I like Mondo's team. Well, he just suffered a big injury, right? We got CeeDee Lamb out potentially on the IR. I mean, with CD, Mondo's team is probably the best team in the league. CD hurt for 2 to 4 weeks, knocks him down a peg. I'm going to throw him right in that A tier. I don't think anybody, spoiler alert, I don't think anybody's going to reach S tier for me. I don't think so. But if CD was healthy, I could potentially throw Mondo's team in S tier. It's one of the better teams I've seen.
It is a really good team.
It's a good team. I mean, Puka's just an absolute monster, target monster.
Rome is like
Dunze's the
making
guy,
a case.
apparently.
Yeah.
James Cook is a freak. His quarterback's weak. But that sometimes doesn't matter when you have a strong roster. Brees is whatever, week to week, I guess, on like being good. And then bench depth, I think his bench depth's a little weak compared to mine, but Hollywood Brown, kind of a guy on an explosive team.
Do you think Mondo is better than New Chris?
Yeah, I do. Even with the CD injury, I think Mondo's team's better than New Chris. With CD healthy, I think Mondo's probably the closest to S tier.
I could
Injuries
agree.
will determine whether or not Mondo wins this year, in my opinion.
What about Sean?
Or luck. Sean, let's take a look at Sean. Sean always sneakily has a good team, I feel like.
Sean's kind of got like a weird team.
He's got a team that'll punch you in the mouth if they show up.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's the Tyreek and CMC that's like if those guys show up, he's gonna have a great week.
Love Gibbs. Mahomes is like, I had him last year, a bad taste in my mouth. I had Mahomes as my quarterback the one year he just sucked ass. I had the Mahomes Kelsey stack and it didn't work out for me. If I didn't have them, I think I would have won the league last year.
If Mahomes can figure out how to throw the ball 10 yards down the field, he's gonna have a
So Sean has explosive players again on paper, but it's a matter of if they show up, he's gonna beat the shit out of you. Like Zay Flowers can throw up 30. Kelsey can like do his thing and have a touchdown and like make you squirm with 16 points any given week. I don't know much about Olave. I think he kind of stinks. I think that whole team stinks. Tyreek,
dumpster fire,
Christian McCaffrey, Gibbs, Mahomes, all guys that can throw up big numbers. Huge boomer bust team in my opinion. I think I'm gonna go B for Sean.
I like that. And just for clarification, Mondo above you, right?
Oh, you're ranking the actual inside the actual tier. Yeah, Mondo is the highest. Yeah. His team is far and away the best team, I think, right now.
I think just for the sake of the tier list, I'm going to throw Mondo in S tier.
That's fine.
Because I would also agree that he probably is the best team in the league.
I think he's got the best team.
Let's just put him in S.
I think CD hurts, but
at this moment, let him stay in S. Let's go with Jimmy. Rough showing the last couple of weeks. Really rough. Back to back.
He's getting clown emojis. And I think he deserves it. he's trying
Back-to-back
to talk me down.
70-point weeks.
I think Jimmy's team stinks, dude. I'm looking at it right now, and it's like the all Instagram team. Like, hey, follow me, subscribe, take my course, and I'll build you the best fantasy team you've ever had.
This
It's like
Twitter
he did
thread,
that. Yeah,
thread is
exactly.
all people who are going to win your fantasy league this year.
If you want to win your fantasy league, follow me and draft these guys. That's Jimmy's team in a nutshell. I hate it. I think it's bad. I think it's bad from the quarterback down. Justin Jefferson deserves respect, but he's not even the old Justin Jefferson that we all know and love. I can't wait to eat my words. But anyway, I could argue he has the worst team in the league. I'm not hating on Jimmy just to hate on Jimmy. Let's just go. I'm gonna put him in, I don't know, D until proven otherwise. I think he's bad right now. It's a bad team.
It's not, he hasn't
It's a
been
team
doing
that's
well.
gonna struggle to put up over 100 points every week. And I'm sorry, but
Yeah. What did he did 72 and 78 back-to-back weeks.
That's twice is not a coincidence. That's a pattern.
Yeah.
A pattern is forming, and it's a bad one. That's what I'll say.
Couldn't agree with you more. Let's do Joe. Another team that is
Another guy that shows
underperforming,
up though.
but I don't know.
Love
He's got
Scat,
a good
dude.
team.
Scatterboo's a dog. Love Josh Allen. Scat, I don't know. The Giants are weird. They stink. Scatterboo could be one of those guys that really helps him, like, helps Joe's team be really good this year. I'm not gonna say he's a league winner because nobody on the Giants can ever be good like that. Just because the Giants suck.
The Derrick Henry, Josh Allen stack is
Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, Scat. McConkey's underperforming big time this year. I love Igbuka. He's shown out. He looks to be the truth.
Yeah, called that out.
Tight end solid.
And be good.
And Henderson, the running back. New England running backs are always kind of good, like pretty good.
Yeah, but it's always such a committee. They'll run out 17
play the
running
hot
backs
hand.
a game.
B for Joe.
I think that's
I think his team is solid though. I really do. I
don't think it's over Sean though.
Josh Allen, Derrick Henry. Again, it depends which Derrick Henry shows up.
But CMC, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, no, Sean. Yeah, right. Sean's better for now.
Let's do Zach.
I knew it was coming. I've been giving Zach a lot of shit in just like like a friend text way in like Instagram and stuff, sending him funny reels. I only think it's funny because Zach has been good as of late, and it's funny to see him be bad again.
He's
going through it. He's going through hell right now.
He doesn't have the lowest points for. It's still squat by like 20 points, 21 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw him down there with squat in the basement for now. I mean, your own 3. Your team doesn't look good. You got a couple of guys on your team that notoriously start really slow, like Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry will turn on like week 8, or like honestly maybe like week 10.
But he got that hamstring injury. That's a year long.
Nagging hamstring's not what you want to see for an old guy like Terry. Love Javonte.
I think Javonte improves his team dramatically.
Yeah, post trades and Jamar, who's getting force fed by Browning because he has to. That's the only way they even will stay competitive. Drake London, I like. I think.
I mean, for a flag, I think Zach's team improved significantly after that trade. So
yeah, I will.
For now, I think it's appropriate to keep him in the gutter. He's under 300. Under 300 points. You got to figure it out.
Prove me wrong. Win some games, and you get out of the gutter. But right now, you're in the basement.
Let's go buckets.
Much better post trade. Kyle's team is good, I think.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that guy.
He's always got a good team.
All right, Neighbors. Neighbors is a huge question mark because I know you have to, that's one of his dogs on his team, and we got Dart throwing the ball. I love that he picked up Dart. I respect that because who knows, right?
I thought that was a Banana World pickup, but I mean,
I love it. Goff's one of those guys that can put up 45 points. Barkley is Barkley.
But Goff's also one of those guys who can put up 10 points because Jahmyr Gibbs decided Montgomery run for 600 yards.
Yeah, it depends on the attack of the night for them. Goff, I've done it before. I've had the Goff. I'm on Ross stack in other leagues, and Goff has killed me. Those weeks when you really need him to perform, he won't. Devontae, I love. Dude, I think his team is strong. Devontae's been really good this year.
I think Jonathan Taylor is far and away the best running back in the football right now for fantasy. I mean, obviously, he's got the culture actually
good, and Daniel Jones is good, so it's making Jonathan Taylor better, which pisses me off so much. Fergie's fucking good, a really good tight end, getting massive targets from Dak this year. I think he had like 11 targets last week.
Yeah.
Can we look at that? Kyle's an A, and I don't care. I'm a
14.
He had 14 targets and 13 catches. Almost caught all of them. Given it was for 82 yards, but still, that's insane. He's just giving him anytime Dak has a tiny bit of pressure, he's throwing the ball at the tight end. He's up in A, and I
Yeah.
think he's above. I think he's in the middle of me and New Chris.
Yeah. Definitely.
He might be better than me. That's a good team. If they perform, that's a good team. Kyle can throw up like 140, no problem.
Yeah.
I think put him in front of me. Honestly, he's better than me. I don't know. I'm not giving myself all this credit.
And then
that's a good
last
team.
but not least, me. I'm already.
Let's take a look.
I just put myself in D on accident. But...
Don't go to the basement. I don't think you're at the basement. What's your record? 1-2?
But worth noting, second highest points for in the league. 7th place, but
Seventh
highest.
place, second highest point. All right, click the team. Let's take a look. Yes, and Garrett Wilson's been tearing it up somehow
Kyron,
against all odds.
Brock Bowers, George Pickens,
Kyron Williams,
and then Jaden
Hubbard. What are
Daniels.
Hubbard's numbers? Is Hubbard like doing his thing? Because he's good, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
First 2 weeks he's been on.
18, almost 19. He had an off week, but he didn't have to do anything. They won 30-0.
So I'll say this. Go back to the team.
And then my bench, kind of low key stacked. Junkins is getting his. He's becoming the guy.
Rashid's coming back.
Bill
Rice
is
coming
doing
back.
his thing. Rasheed Rice is coming back. Marvin Harrison is.
You have options. I like
Whatever.
Marvin Harrison too, kind of.
He's
but
been.
I don't know if
He has the yips this year. He's not doing
not
well.
doing good this year.
He had a good week 1.
Yeah,
and then
he'll bounce
4-7.
back.
I don't know.
He'll bounce back. I'll say this. I'm not like infatuated by the team. I'm not like falling off my chair for the team. I think the team is good. I'm going to say that this is going to be a surprise team that will sneak up on you under the radar and get into the playoffs. I'm going to say
Where I
that.
want to be.
And I think that's probably higher C, lower B, probably lower B.
I'll take that. That's.
I think
fair.
it's on the cusp. I think that's fair right now. You're 1-2. I could
1-2.
throw you in there with Billy, but you're not 0-3. So I don't think you deserve to be in C. You won a game and your points for that's an argument to have. And I think you made a trade. You have a different team. Let's see how it plays out.
I'm gonna go ahead and save that.
I think that looks good. I think that's where it's at, and I think that's probably the standings, right? Potentially.
Week
Did we do that on purpose?
2. I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
Chris Mondo then me. Chris Mondo then me are the official standings, but no, I think that's as close as it gets.
Week 3 tier list. We can revisit this in the future and see your bold prediction. Yeah, I mean, that's who do you? I won't even. I'll save you the playoff. Who do you think's gonna win? Maybe give me like the top 2 championship. Who do you think the championship's gonna be? Who's gonna walk away with the trophy?
Sheesh. Let's see here. Sorry, technical difficulties. Dude, I'm telling you, Mondo's team stays healthy. It's gonna be a problem. Those guys put up fucking big numbers. It's all right. So assuming everybody stays healthy, Mondo and Kyle, man.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say points against Merchant, but Mondo is the second lowest points against. Worth noting.
It's worth no. I'm keeping half an eye on that for sure.
But he has the highest points for.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. He's scoring the points, so it's irrelevant. Yeah, Mondo and Kyle, dude. I think that could easily be it if everybody stays healthy and performs. I think I sneak in. I hope I sneak in. I think the team should, based on who I drafted, and people perform. I hope I get in the playoffs and try to make some noise and maybe steal it, but I doubt it. Yeah, Mono and Kyle probably for the chip.
I think there's a case to be made.
And I think that's a toss-up. I think either one could win.
I think there's a case to be made that we're going to see. Well, I think we're going to see at least one 0-3 team, maybe 2. I mean, I think Billy's got an outside shot at beating Squat. Squat's he's got to prove it. You know, he's projected.
Well, Jimmy, as of right now, is the worst. Do we have him as the worst?
Yes.
Yeah. I think he's far away the worst team in the league and will remain that way unless proven otherwise. Right?
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you.
I hope I might eat my words. It'll be funny. It'll be good content. But I think his team, and he's probably gonna when we play, he's probably gonna beat me. But yeah, I think he's got the worst team, and he made trades to make himself worse, and I can't figure it out yet. But we'll see. Maybe
New
he knows
look.
something I don't.
New look. Zach against Joe could be a potential upset too. There's a real opportunity for this league to level itself out this week and become a lot more even and get that parity that we're used to having, because it's been a thing every year, and this year it seems we never. I don't think we've had an 0-3 team of late, especially since we've been doing the auction. So that's been a while now. So
Yeah.
and now we have two of them and a bunch of 1 and 2s. Or no, just two. But it's yeah. Want to see if we can establish that parity.
I'm interested. Yeah, to your point, I'm kind of interested in like seeing how the queues, not the queues, but like the tiers of the league start to like form because we're so early, right? Like no one really knows who anybody is yet, but the patterns will develop as we get into like week 7, week 8, week 9. I'm interested to see what the tiers are at that point for sure.
So
Like
what
if the patterns are real or not. I love that.
yeah. No, I want to revisit the tier list stuff eventually. Maybe week 6 or week 7. I think then it'll be like the same amount of time elapsed and then relook at it. I'm gonna run through the matchups now. I'm just gonna close up the episode with you on it because there's not
Yeah, let's
really
do it.
we don't really have a lot to go through, and we'll make our matchup predictions. Me versus Sean. I think I bounce back with a win this week. I like the matchups that my team has going into the next week, and I think Sean is. I think Patrick Mahomes versus Baltimore is a little bit of a tough matchup. I think, I mean, CMC is probably going to snap. Tyreek Hill, if Sauce isn't playing, is going to snap. I don't know. I think I'm going to take it. I'm going to be confident myself. What do you think?
I like it. I like the justification. I can see it. I think I would call it an upset, but I can see it. I think this whole week might be upsets, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be that much of an upset because I've outscored Sean this week. He just happens to have the better record. But yeah, I like the. Speaking of upsets, I like this next game, Zach versus Joe. I think Zach's due. I think he's going to come out of the gutter. I think new look Zach is going to take it.
I like it.
I think
Sorry, Zach. I'm gonna be a real. I'm gonna go with the data. I'm gonna go with Joe.
I mean,
I do like new look Zach.
Derrick Henry versus KC. KC might. I don't
I
know
just
what,
think it's
what
like
the Chris
that.
Jones deal is.
It's that
They
game of the
might
week
run all
type
over him.
energy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You just like that Sunday afternoon at like 4, like a quarter to 5 or 5:15, whatever you turn it on. It's just Derrick Henry where he has 180 yards.
Yeah.
I could just see it. So I'm gonna go with Joe.
Next game is going to be Chris versus you. I'm riding the not fraudulent Lightning. I don't think your team is that fraudulent, even though you are points against Merchant. I still think you. This is like the points against Bowl right now between you and
Yeah,
Chris.
yeah.
But I think
I'm gonna pick
you guys-
myself here. I think. Can you click the matchup real quick? Okay. I think. Yeah. I think it's tough, man. Chicago's good, has decent defense. I think it's a get right week for Genty. I really hope so. I'm really rooting for him. Yeah, I'm gonna take myself. Let's go, boys.
I don't want to see a 4-0 team, truthfully.
Yeah, it's time for the fairy tale run to end. Sorry, Chris.
Time to lose.
It's time for me to get a win against Chris too. I'll say that straight up.
Mondo Kyle. I don't know how anybody can pick against Mondo until proven otherwise.
Dude, but Kyle's right up there, man.
Kyle's got a great
I think this
team.
is a preview to the championship match. I'm going to go ahead and just go on record early in the season saying it. If everybody stays healthy, I could see. I'm going to go. It's crazy. I've been glazing Mondo all evening. I'm going to go Kyle because the Jets against Miami. Miami stinks.
Jets also kind of stink.
The Jets stink, but Miami stinks. And is it prime time? Is prime time. I feel like the Jets are going to light Miami up, and they're just going to not have to pass all that much to do it.
I don't know the statistics. I don't think the Jets play well on Monday Night Football.
They might not. I think Mondo's week is going to come down to how Hall performs. I hate Murray against Seattle. I think he's beaten them once in his career. I think he historically, numbers-wise, does bad against Seattle. And it's in Seattle? No, home. Oh, he's got that going for him. I don't like the quarterback this week. I think Kyle wins this week. Yeah, I think Kyle wins.
There's a path to victory. I just think Mondo's going to take it. And then Billy versus Squat. Low-key the toilet bowl. The deep.
Oh, I love that. Oh, it's not Zach. Zach's not involved.
Yeah.
I hope Papa Squat.
But Billy's team is too good to be 0-3.
Yeah, there's no
That's
way
the part
he
that
loses
puzzles
again.
me. It bothers me. And
As much as I want, like, squat to just shove our feet in our mouths for shit talking him the whole night. Billy has to break out of it. He has to break out of the slump. His team's too good.
Squat
It
just
doesn't
made
make sense.
two crazy trades too. I don't think he
Yeah,
was.
post-trade weeks are always bad in fantasy. It's bad juju. Your team isn't gelled. I don't like it. Bill for the win.
I think
And
I
if
have
Billy
to go.
doesn't win, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's time to panic. On Kramer's Pond Road.
It's full panic. I would be
Yeah, if
immediately
he loses again,
shopping.
it's panic.
You're shopping one of these two guys.
You
You
rebuild
have
it. Yeah,
to.
you rebuild your whole team. You gotta get some wide receivers or something.
Safe space. Week 1, I texted Billy, and I tried to get Bijan Robinson. I
Bijan's a stud.
offered him a great trade package for it. Let me go and get the DM. What did I send him? Oh, this was a terrible trade offer. I tried to fleece him, Chuba Hubbard and Marvin Harrison for Bijan Robinson. But I think I texted him privately, like texting outside of the Sleeper app, and I offered him Chuba Hubbard, Marvin Harrison, and T Mac for Bijan Robinson, which I thought was a pretty fair trade.
T Mac, Chuba, and who?
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Nah, it's not enough to move the needle on
Or Drake London, whoever he really outside. He could have taken anybody on my team except JSN, and I would have did that deal.
Love JSN. JSN's tearing it up too.
Yeah, he's gonna finish top 8 wide receiver in fantasy.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was wrong about him. I didn't think he had it in him.
Well, before we get off, Guillotine League, rest in peace. Just want to say it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Happened.
Pour one out. What are you gonna do?
Pour
I was a
out.
live or die by Barkley until I decided to spend some money and I didn't pull the trigger. So that's on me. I wasn't expecting the dud from Barkley.
I tried to get
Who got him?
Saquon. I don't know, somebody who definitely didn't need him.
How much did they spend? A lot. He's like a fab dump, right? Probably.
He's up there.
He's got to be up there. Somebody got him. I didn't really have a good team though, so it was really live or die.
702.
Yeah, that's up there.
New Chris's brother.
Sometimes, yeah, I should have spent money. I just didn't love anybody that was chopped yet.
I didn't have enough. I bid for him.
I didn't spend $1 in the league, and I paid the price. Like, there's a strat to like hold out, which I was kind of trying to do, like hold out the first half. You know, like the first 25% of people that got cut, and then you still have your full fab, and then you can kind of bully a little bit. It's kind of the strat I was going for. It worked when I came in second a couple years ago. That was my strat then, and I just had a better team to be able to do it.
My team is just pure ass at this point. It's
so funny how bad the teams are, but there's so many people.
Interested to see how far I can get with this team and just survive.
Well, that's kind of the strat. Just go as far as you can and don't be last. But unfortunately, you can be last, and it happens. But so whatever. Honest opinion, I don't have to manage 3 leagues now, which I like, so I could just kind of focus on these 2. But that's a loser mentality. But that's what I'm going to go with. Yeah. 2 leagues, full steam ahead.
Nothing wrong with that. But in that, we can wrap up. I think we are good to go. We covered pretty much everything. I thank you for hopping on the pod. Great.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Great first sode for you. I hope to have you back. If you keep performing well, you will be back. Or if you perform like shit, you're going to be back anyway. So I'll catch you later. And for everybody else, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.
See ya.